ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stonehearth Alpha 21. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back here in the kingdom of Nerdia, where things, as always, are going pretty darn well, or at least I think they're going well. It's been like a week since the last episode, and if I'm perfectly honest, you can blame a combination of Sim Airport, Mass Effect Andromeda, and The Legend of Zelda on that, because they're pretty fun games, and I've been playing a lot of different games recently. I was also traveling for a little bit. That was a thing I did. I'm now home. I've been home for a little bit. I've been busy, okay? Just, it's okay. We're back. We're back. So, there have been a couple of changes since we were last here. We are up to 13 Hearthlings, one of which is, or was added to Red Team here. I think it was this guy. It was Roke Bob was added to Red Team as the newest member. They've done a little bit of combat here and there. So he's a level 2 footman. You are level 2. You are level 3, and you are level 3 as well. So they have done a bit of stuff here and there. But what's also changed is the quarry. I've gone ahead and got them done to this level, and I decided to build a little staircase here, or mine out a little staircase, until we got down to the stone. And what I'm going to do, instead of doing quarries in the usual way where we'd mine out a big chunk like this, we're just going to go ahead and continue with the whole staircase thing, because funnily enough, it actually works really well, and it means I don't have to constantly use ladders to get them out of there. So the staircase thing, that's going to be here to stay. Now, that's very important, that quarry, because I really want to get us a blacksmith. Now, the good news is that the mason has actually gone ahead and made the blacksmith's hammer, so Lily here is going to become the blacksmith. And I know what you're thinking. Lily's not very good at crafting, and I know that. But the problem is that Noel here is a passionate worker, so there's not a lot we can do about that. Now, we are currently being attacked. Red Team, I'm going to need you guys to head over here and deal with the little guy. If you wouldn't mind, just take him out. A little bit injured, a couple of injuries there in Red Team, but that's kind of okay. We'll not worry too much about that. They can handle a big old stone golem, I hope. Looks like they're doing okay. I don't think anyone else is being attacked. No, we're good. So that thing is dead, and Footman level 3 has been achieved. So, we need to go to the blacksmith, and we need to say, hey, do you want to go and make a blacksmith's anvil and also the forge? Because we're gonna need some weapons, is what we're gonna need. We also need you to be level 1. Now, fortunately, we do have some copper ore. We do have some tin ingots. Or tin ore, rather, not tin ingots. That's what you get from the tin ore. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you get from the tin ore. Because, you know, we're gonna get the ingots regardless. Now, let's see. Has that stuff been crafted yet? That's the real question. Hopefully, it's been done quickly, because it is going to be really important that we start getting some better gear for all of our warriors. Because we're getting attacked a little bit more frequently than I'd like to be. And I'd like to make sure they're nice and strong. I'd like to make sure they're kitted out. And I'd like to make sure they don't die. So, we'll go into the blacksmith here. We'll say, maintain an inventory of 5 of those. And an inventory of 5 of those. And then when you get an opportunity, I'd kind of like a few bronze maces, maybe some iron maces, possibly a pike, stuff like that. Just stuff that's going to be good for a footman. Now, you need to be level 6 to do the two-handed sword, so that's probably not going to happen. But I do feel like queuing up a lot of stuff here could be a good idea. So queuing up, say, 5 of those might be an idea. We can sell them if we're not using them, so that's totally fine. We'll go ahead and queue up 5 of those. We could get some pikes if we wanted to. I'll queue up some pikes as well. We'll get 5 of those, because I can't imagine we're ever going to need more than 5 of those. I'll not bother with stuff for knights just yet, but I do kind of want this two-handed sword. Problem is, it's steel, and we're not going to get that for a while. So let's go in for bronze breastplates, and we'll go for, again, 5 of those. The circlets we're not going to need. The bronze shields we probably will. So 5 of those. The bronze helmets are going to be a similar story. 5 of those. And then we'll get into iron gear as well, which will be, once again, 5 of them. Iron shield, similar story, 5 of them. Iron mail, similar story, 5 of them. And then the rest of it can just wait, because again, we're not going to be going for knight's stuff just yet. So that'll keep the blacksmith very, very, very busy indeed, although we are going to need to get the blacksmith actually working on bronze and iron ingots as well. So that's level 1 and level 2 blacksmith respectively. So what I'll do is try and maintain 5 bronze ingots. As for iron, we can go ahead and try and maintain 5 of those as well. Obviously not the highest priority, but regardless, the blacksmith will do whatever the blacksmith can do whenever the blacksmith can do it. So let's go ahead and get red team to just defend sort of in the middle there, if they wouldn't mind. How's the mining going? The mining's going a little bit slowly down here, but that's all right. We're still getting resources from it, which is totally fine. And I suppose, oh, hello, what have I done? I suppose it will go kind of slowly since we only have 1 worker and everyone else is actually doing one kind of job or another. That's kind of to be expected for the meantime, but hopefully we can do some work to bring our net worth up a little bit and get ourselves a 14th Hearthling, which will be the last Hearthling that we get for a little while, because I don't want to build another building like this. I also realize that we need to go ahead and give Roke Bob this bed here, then the 14th Hearthling gets the bed next to him. So everybody has their own bed. They're still sharing a building, still sharing a room, but they're really not going to get better than that for a long time. It's going to be a while before we give them their own house and bedroom and all that stuff. That's a way down the road, because, man, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. I know this is only part 4, but I feel like I am playing this a lot slower than I was playing in Alpha 20, and I do enjoy that. But Alpha 21, even though there's not any really major differences, it does feel significantly different. Now let's see, net worth still isn't there. That's totally fine. Food is doing great, but that net worth is just letting us down a little bit. Speaking of Alpha 21, there have been some other changes to it since I last played. There was another update that apparently added some other traits for your Hearthlings. Now I don't know what those traits are, but apparently the update also went ahead and enabled the customization options for Hearthlings as well, which is pretty cool. Now, apparently we're being attacked. Where are we being attacked from? Over there. It's a bloody big giant wolf. Right. Red team, do what you do best, please. And kill the wolf. I also really want to get a cleric for red team, because they are getting more and more injured every time they fight. And that's kind of an issue. The problem is, the herbalist that we currently have can't become a cleric, because Tippy Fenton is a passionate herbalist. So promoting Tippy to be a cleric isn't a very good idea. And that's actually why I feel Alpha 21 is so much slower than Alpha 20, because you can't just go, oh, you can be this, you can be whatever. Everyone has to be something. If they're a passionate herbalist, I want them to be a herbalist. That's the gist of it. I don't want them to be a cleric. I want them to be the thing that they're passionate about, because it makes them happier. And that's kind of a real life thing, you know? You want to be a YouTuber, you're passionate about it. Go do it. Go do the thing you're passionate about. You want to be an actor, a singer, an engineer, a writer, a whatever. Go do it. That's my motto. That's legitimately, that's not even joking. That is like my genuine advice whenever anyone wants to do anything. It's literally the Shia LaBeouf meme of just do it. And it's true. I stand by it. If you want to do a thing, just get up, go do it. You're stopping, you're the only thing in your way. The only thing in your way is you. And once you get out of your own way, nothing's stopping you. That's the way I look at life. I'm not even joking. I know that this episode, Stonehearth just got deep, ladies and gentlemen. But it's true. Anyway, let's actually focus on the game a little bit. How's my blacksmith going? You're currently working on the ingots, which is good. You can actually make the bronze mace, which is also good, so we'll get some of those on the go soon enough. Hopefully we can get some iron for my warriors as well fairly soon. That is something I'd absolutely love. I'm also thinking I would like to look into some other building designs at some point, because that is something we're going to need to do. Like I've said, I kind of want to build a castle on one part of this island and have like a little town on this island and some farm and just fields and all that stuff. I want to make it a proper little settlement. It's just going to take such a long time to do that, that it's gonna be good when it's done. It's just a little bit tedious getting there. Anyway, these guys are doing an excellent job of mining all of this out. I'm just going to keep them doing what they're doing. I'm going to keep going down with the whole staircase thing because it makes my life so much easier. It really, really does. So, let's see what else we can do around here. The blacksmith is still working on all of that, which is totally fine. I'm assuming we have an inventory of 5 copper ingots already. We're gonna need a decent inventory of the bronze ingots as well. Interestingly, we only have 4 copper ingots. That's a little bit strange. Hopefully we can get some more of those fairly soon. What are you working on? Let's have a little look. So we've got 5 of those. I assume you are going to start... Oh, you're working on the bronze. Okay. No, that's totally fine. You just do what you want to do. You're now working on that. You could be working on the bronze mace, but we'll just let you do what you're doing. There's some wolves attacking. Bit of a problem, but I'm pretty sure red team is going to be up by the farms. So that's not going to be too difficult to defend. There we go. Red team jumping in, doing what they do best. Looks like they've been healed a little bit there. Have we got the foot? No, we don't have the net worth yet. That's the one problem with not building a lot in Stonehearth, is that your net worth doesn't go up all that quickly. Building really is the best way to increase that net worth, and I don't really want to do it just yet. I've not got that much interest in creating another structure when I really have no need for it. Now looking about here, is there anything I could sell? Not really. I have got quite a few mounds of clay that I guess I could get rid of, because we don't have a potter yet. But that seems a little bit risky considering there's... I'm going to need it eventually. I'll sell a fair bit of it. We'll sell all of that. They got me some good money. So that seems totally fine. Ah, goblin with a fancy hat swaggers into town. Ha-ha! Your puny settlement, now part of glittering territory. I deserve tribute of shinies. You want 3 steel ingots, a fox pelt, and 3 wooden doors. Aha. That's a pain in the butt, is what that is. So, we have 1 steel ingot. We have 2 wooden doors. I mean, we can do that. We can totally... Oh, they're over there? Seriously? Okay, this just got interesting. Right, I'd like you guys to not be there, if I'm honest. I'm very tempted to go kill them. Very tempted to go kill them, but I feel like my army's not yet strong. I feel like we might die. I don't know if I'm feeling confident about Alpha 21 anymore. I'm ever so slightly nervous. I mean, getting the steel ingots isn't going to be impossible. You cannot make them yet because you need to be level 4. Oh boy. Yeah, those steel ingots might not be all that possible. We'll go for the doors though. We can get those done. So if we just go to here and say, hey, go make me a wooden door. That's that sorted. The fox pelts are no problem. Really, it's the blacksmith that is my biggest worry. So that's fun. That's just delightful. Let's go ahead and continue the mining job here. We'll clear that out just like so. And we'll clear that just like so. Then bring this all the way back over here. And all the way to there. And we'll just keep going down with that. I'm so tempted to send red team down here, but I really do feel like they're just going to die if I do that. Especially since I'm not entirely certain that their health is all that high. No, they're still kind of injured. Why do I feel like my herbalist isn't doing much? Can I get you to maintain like 10 of those? And can I get you to make some bandages as well? So maintain like 10 of those as well. That just seems like a good idea. If I got my weaver to start doing bolts of leather, you could become a cleric, but again, not going to do that. I will go to my weaver though, and I will say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. And also, can you maintain like 10 of those? Could you maintain you know, like 10 of those. And maybe just maintain 10 of those as well, so that we can actually have some regular production going here. So that'll hopefully all get done within a reasonable amount of time. Blacksmith is currently working on what exactly? What are you doing? What are you actually working on? Is the blacksmith working on anything at the moment? I have no idea. I really have no idea. Do any of my footmen have the... Oh, hello. Where are you going? You're a footman. Oh, you're going in there. I think you might be going to sleep. Do any of you have the better weapons? I have no idea. What are you carrying? What's your equipment? You've got the bronze... Oh, beautiful. So they are slowly getting kitted out with better stuff. That's what I like to see. We are just going to have to wait for the steel... I don't want to give my first steel ingots to the goblins. Now that I think about it. I kind of just want to kill them. Like, why should I give my steel ingots to the goblins? What right do they have to this land? We were here first, quite clearly. Look at my settlement versus theirs. What right do they have? This feels really medieval. What right do they have to our land? How dare the goblins claim this sacred land as their own? We shall charge their camp and slay them in the night. Or, you know, we'll give them the steel ingots because I can't be bothered fighting. Either or, really. Anyway, we have, Sips is... Oh, God, Sips is back. All right. Is Sips any good at anything? Oh, you know what? Sips isn't bad. And he's also a cultist. Okay. You know what? That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. So having someone who is, you know, good at what he does is nice. He does, you know, Sips does have a pretty good body, but it's a spirit that shines through. That mind stat's pretty good for crafting, which, you know what? That actually makes me think that Sips could be a herbalist. If we make Sips into a herbalist, he can go on to be a cleric. Because he's got a good mind thing, which means he's not going to run much. And his, no, his spirit means he won't run much. His mind means he's going to be good at crafting. So, let's go to my carpenter. Let's have a herbalist staff made. And let's have Sips become the cleric for Red Team. Meaning Red Team is actually going to be much, much more capable when it comes to fighting in the not too distant future. Because I can absolutely see some fights on the horizon. So, yeah, this should be good. The goblin's back. I am going to be very strategic and not actually click on that little notification, because that is a thing you can do. Because that will go away eventually, I think. Will it go away? Oh, it might not. That might not go away. Hold on, if I do this and then... Yeah, there we go. So that's how you do it. Basically, that goblin, because I did click on the thing, I can't at any point, even if we get the steel ingots, I can't actually give them to him. But what I've done is I've just frozen that interaction. He's never going to attack. We're never going to escalate to the next stage. But the only way I could get rid of that notification was by clicking on it. So we are going to fight the goblins. But I have as much time as I want and as much time as I need at this point that I'm not worried. Now, Sips, go become a herbalist. If you wouldn't mind there, buddy. And also, let's get you a bed, because you're absolutely going to need it. So, Sips, you can have that. There you go. So, this should be good. Second herbalist is going to be good generally, but hopefully getting a cleric out of that is going to be even better. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. What level is it for a cleric? I have completely forgotten. If we go and have a little look at... you here, show your work, not your workshop. You need to be level... Actually, we can make the cleric's tome, so let's craft one of those immediately. But to be a cleric, you need to be a level 2 herbalist. Okay, well that's a bit of a pain in the butt, but we can make that work. I've also realized there's still a job over here that's not been added to the game. What would lead off a blacksmith? Blacksmith to engineer is fine, but what else would you get? I genuinely have no idea, but I'm very curious. Also, Red Team, can I get you to go and attack those wolves before the wolves attack us, please? Because that's absolutely going to happen, so we might as well deal with the wolves first. There we go. So then go back to defending just over there. You know what? I actually feel a little bit more relaxed now that we're going towards getting a cleric. I don't feel as worried as I did. Which is nice. That's, funnily enough, a bit of a nice feeling not being worried. Can I... Oh, I could... Oh, hello. Hold up. We'll deal with those invaders in a second. What I want to do is I want to come down here and I want to start mining out the walls a little bit. Because that is a thing I can do. So I'm just going to start mining out the walls a little bit like this. Just to, you know, just to get us some good resources and, you know, stop me from having to just go down level by level. I will eventually go back to going down level by level, but this just makes my life so much easier for the time being. Now, where are we being attacked from? It appears to be a stoneling just over there. So, red team, if you wouldn't mind, go do what you were hired to do and bloody wreck that stoneling. Apparently, everyone's out for the stoneling. Good lord. We don't need everybody to be out for the stoneling, but I kind of appreciate it. It's nice that everybody was willing to chip in there a little bit. Or, you know, chip off the stoneling. Get it? Because you'd knock a chip off a bit of a stone. Yeah, that was, that joke was... I would say it was better in my head, but I didn't really think about it before I said it. I kind of wish I did. Anyway, moving on. Things are still going pretty well. These guys are keen to get some mining under their belt. We're going to get a lot of resources from this, which is actually very, very good news. Because that's exactly what we want to get. We want to make sure everybody can keep doing their job for a good period of time. I'd also like to go and say that my herbalists... I kind of want you guys to just make 40 small healing tonics, to be honest. Because there's only one way Sips is going to level up to level 2, and that is by doing things. I just sincerely hope he actually gets a chance to do things. Otherwise, it's going to be a real long process here. You know, I'm looking at this and I don't even know where Sips is. Where... Sips? Where are you, buddy? Because you don't... Where... What are you doing down there, you silly bugger? Go and make a healing tonic. You need to get to level 2. Red team's waiting for you. You know what? I'm actually tempted to change them from red team to something else. I might make them like green team. That might be for purple team. It's tempting. It's very, very tempting to make them that team. I've also just noticed that one of the hotkeys, like if I hit 7, I immediately select red team. I need to remember that. That's a really, really useful hotkey. So 7 followed by, there's no hotkey for attack move. That's fine. That's a good hotkey to keep in mind though. Just hit 7, select red team, get them going. I could hit 0 for purple team, but there is no purple team. So, you know, that's fine. We'll not worry too much about that. I would like to check Sips's XP just over here and his job. He's not that far off. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll be all right. He's also really close to having a slightly better mood. He had a nice cooked meal. He's got pioneering spirit. Why are you unhappy? You were scratched, your meal was raw, and you're tired. All right. Can we get anybody to be more than just content? Doesn't seem like... I guess they are still eating a lot of raw food at the moment, aren't they? Which is something we're going to need to deal with, but it's not something we can deal with just yet, so... It's not really a priority to sort their food. We'll do it eventually. We will absolutely get a proper cook's place going and all that, but... It's going to take a little while. Definitely going to take a little while. Because I'm not interested in doing it just yet. I'm keeping all of the workstations laid out like this until we're ready to put them into buildings, because this is just as efficient, really. It's right by the storage area, so wait a minute. Oh, I thought that was a person. No, it's a rabbit, I think. It's a raccoon sleeping in there. Okay. I don't want to release it. I don't want to release it. We'll keep it. I thought it was a person for a second. I don't understand why these guys aren't actually getting healed at all. We have the healing tonics. So it's really strange that they're not using them. That's a really weird thing. But to each their own, I suppose. To each their own. That is good old Sipsy right there. Oh, he's so close to level 1. Come on, buddy. I really want the cleric. I'll feel so much better about red team once we have a cleric. I'll feel so much happier about like sending them over here to kill the goblins. We're also very close to being able to get a 15th Hearthling. Not that we're necessarily going to. Did I save the blueprint for this building, by the way? That's a question I should probably answer. You know what? I don't think I did. Which is interesting. I still have the blueprints for the old homes from New Nerdingham, but yeah, we don't have all that much in here, which is interesting. We have the blacksmith house. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Carpenter's house is quite nice as well. Yeah, I like that building and that one. Those are really nice indeed. Quite tempted, honestly. Or I would be if I wasn't going with this layout like I said it was. I'm not going to backtrack that quickly. I'm not going to say one thing, then 2 seconds later do the complete opposite. That's not me. I'm not about that. Can you hurry up and level up, please? I just want a cleric. Is that too much? Thank you. Now get to level 2, please. Well, Sips has finally achieved Herbalist level 2, which is beautiful news because Sips is finally going to become a cleric, which is beautiful because red team can now stay relatively healed, which has me very excited. Oh boy, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm gonna be honest. I am definitely feeling a little bit better about the fact that red team can now look after themselves. That's pretty big news. That changes a lot of things because it means that we can go and attack these guys if we want to, which I still don't necessarily want to, but it also means that anytime we get attacked, we're going to be okay. We don't have much to worry about. We're not going to just die horribly after any of these attacks. So definitely happy about this particular development. So what are we going to do about the goblins? Well, my thinking is that the blacksmith is going to continue to do what the blacksmith does. Eventually, we can hopefully get some iron. Eventually, you know, it's going to take a while because the blacksmith is going to try to maintain 5 bronze maces. That's what the blacksmith is going to do. When we get those, eventually we'll get the armor, eventually we'll get the rest of it. It's going to take a very, very long time before the blacksmith is actually going ahead and making the stuff that we desperately need. But it will happen eventually. For example, you know, we're getting some better footmen here. They don't have the most amazing gear, but they do. There's a shield, there's a mace, the shield and mace. Again, it's getting there. We're very, very slowly working towards having a stronger little group of fighters here. And the reality of it is that we probably will end up with a similar number of warriors to what we had with the previous Let's Play on Stonehearth, which was about 10 of them. Some of which are going to be archers, some are going to be knights. I will try and get the freezing arrows for the archers again, because it means that we can go ahead and slow down enemies when they're trying to run away. And for the most part, we should be completely fine. So that's my plan. That's what I'd like to do. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long to do. But that's going to be it for today, ladies and gents. I reckon we've done a decent little bit here. Nothing's really changed in the layout of everything, but we have gone ahead and managed to mine down here a little bit better. We finally got a cleric. This building was obviously finished, and things are going pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. So thank you kindly for watching. This has been Stonehearth Alpha 21 Part 4, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!